Hello and welcome to another I Teach Stamping video. Today we're going to be talking about heat and stick powder. A stamper of mine recently asked me how in the world do you use this, and so I thought I'd surprise her with a little video tutorial. So I hope you enjoy it and let's get started. We're going to be working with two main ink pad colors today, Basic Black and Pretty in Pink. We're also going to be throwing in the Versamark pad. We're going to use the stamp set Simply Said. You get all these great stamps over here that we're going to use today, and then everything else in this box. I love it. It's a set of 11, great for Valentine's Day or any occasion. So we're going to be using Whisper White, Pretty in Pink, and Basic Black cardstock. Let me scoop this out of the way. We're going to start with my Pretty in Pink ink pad on my Whisper White, and I'm going to do the background and just stamp all over. What I love most about this stamp set is that no matter how hard you try to get the outline images to line up with the background images, you cannot do it. It was designed not to line up. So you don't have to be very precise with it. I know some people are not too keen on two-step stamping for that very reason. But that's why this one is an easy breezy one. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to take my Pretty in Pink cardstock, and I'm going to use the sentiment that says Simply Said, from the heart, thank you. And I'm going to stamp this right down there in the corner. Now I'll let you in on a secret. This card is going out to a very dear friend of mine that I really owe a thank you card to. So be looking for it in the mail. You'll know who you are. Now we're going to introduce the heat and stick powder. I like to use heat and stick powder whenever I want to stamp with glitter. And that's how I keep it in mind. I'm going to use it just like I would heat embossing. So I'm going to use the Versamark pad, and I'm going to use this itty bitty flower. Okay, now I'm going to randomly stamp it all over. And since it's in Versamark, you're really not going to see where it is. Okay. Then I'm going to use the heat and stick. Now remember I said for these little itty bitty containers of things, I like to put it in some kind of bigger container, except for my embossing powder, and I'll explain that on an upcoming video. So I'm just going to sprinkle this heat and stick powder on, tap off the excess, and scoot it over to the side. Now I'm going to be using my heat tool. I'm going to turn it on, and I want this powder to go clear. The second it goes clear, I need to move my heat tool out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to kind of tilt this at different angles and see if the camera can hit it for me. But now it's just clear, and so it's tacky. Then I'm going to take my glitter, and I'm going to scoop it up on there and zhuzh it all around. Tap off the excess. Okay, looks like I'm good and covered. Put my lid back on before I turn on my heat tool and completely cover my office with glitter, which wouldn't be too bad actually. That would look pretty. But anyway, now I'm going to take my heat tool again, and I'm going to go right back over where that glitter is. Okay, so now it's going to be hot for just a little bit, but whenever you do touch it, that glitter's not going to come off, which is why the powder is called heat and stick. So now I'm going to assemble the rest of the card using my snail adhesive. I'm going to put my snail on the black this time, just because that white, I don't want to flip it over and smush it all down. So I'm just being a little bit more delicate with it than usual. Then I'm going to take the white base for my cardstock, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And I love to use my bone folder to give me that nice crisp edge. So now I'm going to add ribbon to our card, and I'm going to do it my absolute favorite way, and I call it the faux bow. I don't know who came up with that name, but I love it. So I'm just going to take some of our basic black ribbon, and I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to use my glue dots. Love glue dots for ribbon. Take this, wrap it around the back side. This is a great ribbon saving technique if you've never done that before. And then I'm going to put another glue dot on the back side. There we go. Make sure we're centered. Perfect. Then I'm going to go back with our pretty in pink taffeta ribbon and do the same thing right on top of the basic black. I'm just going to, whoops, gonna center it up there. These are our new ribbon scissors. Oh my gosh, they cut like butter. I love them. Okay. Stick that around the back side. Now I'm going to go ahead and layer this onto my card base. I just threw that snail. Did y'all see that? Just threw it right over to the side. Okay. Then I'm going to take the image that we used our heat and stick powder with glitter on, and I'm going to put dimensionals on the back side. Let me tell y'all, you can never send enough thank you cards. I struggle to send out as many as I should, and I send out quite a few, but you can never do it enough. I'm just going to layer this right on top, and then I'm going to take about 6 inches of both colors of ribbon, because I know that that's a width that I can tie easily. I'm going to slide them underneath and just tie a single knot. Now as I pull this, I'm just going to twist that one side so I still get the pink on top. I'm going to take my ribbon scissors, give it a little trim. Okay, so now we've completed our card. You can hopefully see our fun glitter that we applied using the heat and stick powder, and all the dimensions and the supplies needed to make this card will be listed below the video on my iTeach Stamping website. And remember, I don't just sell rubber stamps, I teach you how to use them. Have a great day. Bye.